Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. This is Chronicle, an actual play podcast where we play a pretty homebrewed campaign in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. My name is Justin Burnside. I'm the game master. If you like our show, please consider sharing with your fellow TTRPG friends, leaving us a review, and maybe even joining our Patreon. It helps me keep my kids warm in the wintertime. So you guys had made it back to Cassomir with rain and cloudy day. The fungus Leshy, Dave's like a cousin, close friend kind of thing. And as you guys made it to the docks on the way back to the three-legged frog, you guys were ambushed by, I count, 4 blood splats. And one guy that was a little bit of a heavy hitter. Before we get into it, I kind of want to get you guys' feedback on why you think you got ambushed, who's behind it. I know we already said Gnags, he, him, BT dubs. Why do you think Gnags would be after you guys?
No Shoes Nick turned us in.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I gave him gold! I want my gold back!
Honestly, though, if I were to guess, I'd say that, like, maybe the people who beat the shit out of Rain and, like, were looking for someone in the woods, maybe they have something to do with it. Maybe they were working for him, sure, it.
I personally think that Landless, that guide, tipped them off.
Landless is Gnags. No.
It was the perfect cover all along.
When you rearrange the letters and then add an N here and a G there, it spells Gnags.
I was thinking more personally that Vola let off that there's another thief in town. We went out to go find some treasure. Gnags wants his slice.
That makes sense.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Or, I mean, those other, like, thiefy characters who stole around Rain and Cloudy Day, we don't know where they went. And he just kind of, like, wandered off with this cultist. I almost feel like maybe they were, like, charmed, and Rain and Cloudy Day was transferred over unbeknownst to their, like, will, and came back and told Gnags, and now Nag wants Rain and Cloudy Day. But I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
I got a million conspiracy theories, man.
See, what we don't realize is that Justin is actually taking down all these ideas
He
to work
looks
out
like
the plot
he's
as he goes
taking down
along.
notes for sure.
Yeah.
I'm actually drawing an arrow.
It's all going back to Pepe Sylvia.
So this bounty hunter has now surrendered. I'm sorry. Take what you want from those thieves, those piss-ons. They're not mine. We were hired by Gnags.
Why?
He's going to reach into his satchel, if you guys allow him to. He'll pull out a piece of parchment and kind of put it in front of Vola. And on this piece of parchment, you see an illustration of an orc woman who looks just like Vola, with the name Vola underneath it.
That can't be me.
It's hard to judge ourselves, that's for sure. Vola, you probably would have noticed, maybe if you've gotten a scar or two in your time, that some of the illustration is a little, is kind of a younger version of you. Doesn't reflect everything that you would think one would reflect nowadays. Underneath your picture, it says 10 gold on acceptance, 10 gold on return with proof of death.
Damn. They, like, don't even want you alive?
Vola, dear, that cannot be you, surely.
I mean, it looks like her.
It does look like me.
Is your name
Oh,
Vola?
no. You have far more wrinkles than that, dear.
I have aged.
Oh, yes, no, we have all aged. That is true. Well, you do look wonderful in this wanted poster. That is for sure.
It's just part of the cycle, man.
Why is she coming after me now? Did she say?
Gnags is a he,
Oh,
I
fuck.
think.
Sorry. Why is he coming after me now? Did he say?
I've actually never met Gnags.
How do you know he's a he?
I mean, that's the pronoun they were using. I don't
All the better to throw us off, man.
think many know who Gnags is. There's usually a third party. There's a middleman.
And who are you?
My name is Liam.
Ola, have you been through here before? Do you know this town?
I don't think I've been through here before, have I, Justin?
Nope.
Okay. No, I have not been to this part of the world before.
Appears your reputation precedes you.
It is quite exciting, actually.
And why did you take this contract from Gnags?
I mean, paid pretty good.
Speaking of which, Liam, where's our half of the 10 gold?
They're all dead over there as he kind of points and gestures towards the 4 others that you guys have already slaughtered.
And you do not know these other people?
Not personally. I mean, we kind of got together and figured we could all take on an orc. Gnags never mentioned that you had such formidable allies.
Oh, thank you, dear.
I would have required 50 gold.
And do you know where this Gnags is?
I know how to get there, at least the front. It's a warehouse. The warehouse is called, funnily enough, Gnags Cargo. A piece of advice, since you're letting me live, yes?
For now.
Yes, we haven't quite decided that, dear.
Well, maybe this will be a little bargaining chip on my behalf. I've never seen Gnags. I don't know what you'd be going up against, but if you really want to confront them, if this is your picture on this poster, I would heavily suggest not going in the front door.
But you do not know of any back entrances?
There is one through the sewers.
Liam, where did you get this poster?
The third party, her middleman, brought me the poster, brought us all a satchel of 10 gold pieces, and we were to return to them in the sewer and get our rest of our 10 with the orc's head. Or hand, that would have... It didn't have to be as dramatic as a head, but,
We always liked collecting ears myself.
I could have done an ear for sure. Maybe less convincing that I killed her, but...
So you could take us to these sewers?
Yes, I could take you there. Shall we go now? You have an arrow in your skull.
Yes, I'm aware of these.
It's a little unsettling.
I
not
think we
gonna
have
lie.
a nice cup of tea first and maybe recover a little bit and then take on the sewers, shall we?
Feel like you could use some first aid, Vola.
Dave, maybe you can brew some arrow-removing tea for us.
Ooh, let me get right on that.
Sure, that's a thing.
You said your dead friends had 10 gold, too?
Yeah, should we search the bodies?
I'm a little strapped for change right now. They're not going to use it.
So in each of them, other than kind of their mundane weapons that you would expect, you find the same parchment with Vola's illustrated portrait and 10 gold pieces on each of them. So you guys can add 40 gold pieces to your inventory and 4 pictures of Vola.
I'll hold on to those.
I'll just put 40 go on the party loot.
Oh, I just did that.
Beat me to it.
80 it is.
Say less.
And yeah, we should take those portraits too, so not disseminated throughout town. Don't need anyone else finding out about Bounty.
Yeah, I can have my portrait as well. He'll just, kind of gesture. You keep that. Now,
Where's your 10 gold?
he's going to pat his thigh, a little satchel tied to his belt.
We'll just take that too.
All right.
Well, you did try to kill us, dear.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job.
And we are doing ours.
Yes.
He'll untie the satchel and hold it out to Tack.
I'm going to take it and say,
You might get some of this back if we survive the sewers.
I'll consider my life enough. Let me do this for you. I'll show you the sewers. I'll show you to the sewers. And then I'm skipping town.
Fair enough.
If you guys survive, I'll be safe. If you don't, I'm sure that Gnags is going to figure out that I'm the reason that you know where he is.
Maybe we should get off the street and come up with a plan.
I agree.
Where would you like to go?
Local inn might be nice. We have money for a room now.
Head back to the three-legged frog.
Oh yeah, I love that place. Yeah, I heard they got some new scones in.
Ooh, yes, they're great actually.
Limited time only. They're all gone already.
Vola's gonna, while they're walking throughout town, she's gonna sort of assume a low profile, try to keep her appearance hidden from others.
Yeah, don't worry about the bodies. City guards used to just dead thieves being everywhere.
I was gonna say, I'm like, should we dump these in the water?
They can just throw them off the dock.
They turn a blind eye. Gnags is in more places than you would assume.
Hey, John, got another 4 stiffs down by the docks. Get the mop. It's messy.
We can leave it as a message to Gnags.
Actually, yeah, okay, fine. Just leave it. I was thinking maybe it would be better to throw all the bodies in the water, prevent Nags from knowing we killed the whole group.
Because then maybe he won't realize we're coming.
Well, I
Yeah.
think if you want to avoid him knowing that you're coming, I would go as quickly as you possibly can.
I suppose we could do that too.
Well, my tea, it takes 3 to 5 minutes to steep at the very least.
That's good. Our lives are in danger, ma'am, but that's good.
Well, tea is tea, and it's quite delicate, just like our lives.
Yeah, you're right.
I could use some healing, I suppose.
Yeah, now, out of curiosity, how many people in the party have medicine?
Well, I have a minor healing potion.
I could use a treat wounds because I am wounded.
Yeah, I can do treat wounds. David's medicine skill. I just don't know if Volar Attack has it.
I don't believe so.
So let's say we get some rooms you can patch up where it's not so high profile, and we can go over a plan.
I was gonna say, first of all, getting in here, I'm gonna probably go talk to Roland and request at least one room for all of us.
I forgot what the price is.
It was 2 gold.
Yeah, he'll give you a key, put your name on the ledger. I imagine Liam is going to kind of hold back. You guys have seen his face at this point, trying to be less conspicuous by showing his face. But yeah, you guys get a room with 2 beds for 2 gold. Is that where you guys would like to kind of heal up and kind of make this plan?
Yes. Outside of the prying eyes.
Should we take the 2 gold of the party loot? Is that probably the easiest way to do it?
Oh, I just did it from my personal loot.
Oh, well then.
It's on me.
Aren't you generous?
Rain is going to get his own. I'm still a little wounded from, getting beat up by a bunch of guys. I'm going to get in touch with the lodge, and I'll let you guys know when our ship is going to be here to return us to Absalom. You guys have fun with whatever's going on with this guy.
Don't fall in with the wrong people again.
Nope, staying in my room, not talking to anyone.
Well, if you need any help, just give a shout. We'll be here.
Don't die, okay?
I'll be fine. It's Vola I'm worried about. She's got the mob after her.
Yeah, she had an arrow in her skull. I'd be concerned.
It is nothing I am not used to.
Oh my.
Dave's just gonna take that arrow out and peel off some moist moss off him and kind of put on a bandage.
That'll patch you up.
It's just squirting out blood. This is fine.
Try not to move it around too much. It needs to set.
You guys find yourselves in a quaint little room in this inn. A little table in the middle, 2 small beds to each side. Liam's gonna take a seat at the table, kind of take off some of his assassin gear, so I can show you to the place in the sewers, and then I'm gonna skip town.
We also need a little information, like if you have a contact's name and how many there might be.
So when you get in the sewers, you're gonna have to navigate a little bit. I don't remember it on the top of my head, but you'll have to navigate some of the tunnels until you find an access hall where, the Cassomir, the city workers would be going down in case they need to do any maintenance in the sewers. It's hidden behind a secret door. It's been open every time that I've gone in, so I don't know how easily identifiable it is, but it is pretty close to one of the hatches that you would use to enter the hallway. Inside, the most I've seen is 6, and the fewest I've seen is 3, keeping guard in the sewer entrance into the warehouse. From there, there's a set of stairs. I've never taken it personally, but there's a set of stairs that leads into some location in the warehouse.
What time of day is it?
Probably around top of the day. It's probably noon.
Okay. So if we rested for 8 hours now, maybe it'd be best to hit her at night.
Oh, there's a thought.
I would say that is a good idea. Their front is fairly busy during the day with cargo coming in and out from ships. There's definitely more, if you're concerned about it, more collateral damage, more potential collateral damage in the warehouse, if that's where you plan on striking. If you're going at night, I can assure you there will be some thieves, some assassins patrolling the area, to be prepared for that as well.
Like the great predatory cats, we strike at night.
Are we sure we want to kill Gnags? I mean, it might be valuable to have someone connected that we can rely on. Maybe we can build a bit of a business relationship.
Can we really rely on someone who tried to kill one of our friends?
I mean, that can be forgiven, maybe. Depends on how heavy his forgiveness purse is.
I don't know. I guess we could ask him, but... Vola?
I'm okay with seeking an audience for now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
Why do you think, Vola, that the head of the thieves of a pretty big city like Cassomir would be after your head?
Probably for reasons in the past.
Did you steal something from him?
Maybe hearts.
Not to my knowledge.
There was a map on the back of the Declaration of Absalom.
And that's where we went homebrew. So am I just gonna nap on this floor here, or?
Somebody should watch him during the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's time up.
Whoa. I've been cooperative.
You also almost killed me.
I'm just doing my job.
And I'm just doing mine. Now, hands behind your back.
This is the lot that you chose, and you're going to follow it until it's done. You became the prisoner.
The image of Vola getting an arrow to the head and then just screaming and staying upright kind of flashes in his mind. He's like, yep, okay. Hands are behind my back.
That's what I thought.
And you wouldn't kill a man who was tied up, right?
Definitely not kill.
Tack's gonna flurry the whip a little bit.
Well, I guess either way I could die, so, yeah, tie me up.
Do you still want to go into the back door or try to gain an audience with her?
Gnags is a he, him.
Sorry.
Can we just get Gnags' token up at all times so we have a reference?
No.
Oh.
Oh, maybe. Let's see.
Just pick a random dude. It doesn't matter. It's just a random guy token.
Anyway, do we still want to go this route or try to gain an audience through the front door?
I personally think that if we want to gain anything, we should come holding more cards than we show. I think sneaking in, coming in ready to rumble is probably the best course of action.
Yes, usually they respond favorably to these shows of strength.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in and lay down on your back and show your belly to a criminal.
The fewer guards he has, the weaker his position will be. Makes sense.
Well, I'm ready with whatever the team decides to do. Maggie's gonna go over and feed this, our new prisoner a scone.
You are perhaps one of the sweetest people I've ever met, thank you.
And you wanted to kill her?
I just wanted to kill you, Vola.
He has to keep his strength up. I mean, he needs to show us where the silver is, and, you know, if he needs to be tortured at any point, we don't want him to die so quickly.
Yeah, what she said.
There's much wisdom in this little gnome.
Tack will nod approvingly.
Maggie just got a lot more frightening than I ever imagined her. He needs his strength up for when we waterboard him.
It's no fun when they pass out immediately.
So Liam is going to eat the scone willingly. He has a lot more fright in his eyes after Maggie suggested that he keeps his strength, you know, in case you guys torture him. But otherwise, for the rest of the night, he'll just kind of sit there in silence. Might even, you know, fall to sleep just from pure exhaustion, even though he'll probably try to stay like into a light sleep just to avoid an unforeseen death.
Vola will hunker down in one of the corners of the room, sort of wince, getting it down to the floor, and then prop her head up against the wall and go to sleep with her dagger clutched to her chest.
Before going to bed, Tack is going to at least go over to Rain's room and let him know that, you know,
We're going to be going out tonight on a little bit of a covert mission. Try to get a boat headed back to Absalom and maybe the mid-morning. If you can't find us, then you might have to get the society to send a little bit of rescue team for us. Check out Nags's warehouse in the dock area.
He'll write down the notes. Yes, sir. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. And I actually think our boat will be coming tomorrow evening, so you have plenty of time for your mission.
That sounds delightful. Thank you, little rain cloud.
Oh, thank you, sir.
all right, Tack's now ready for bed.
Are you proud of how I carried the armor? Did I make you proud, Dad?
Aww. Maggie's gonna curl up and start snoring loudly. And, like, she has not a care in the world. She's just sleeping so soundly.
Deja's gonna curl up at the foot of her bed, but his unblinking eyes are just gonna stare directly at the prisoner with his dopey smile plastered to his face.
This poor guy is not gonna fucking sleep at all. Should have just killed myself. Right when the orc just refused to die, I should have just took a bolt to the mouth. That would have been the honorable way.
Do the bedroom doors lock?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna prop a chair against it before we go to bed as well.
Before you go to sleep, he's gonna throw you like a little side eye and be like, "You got any exes that might want you dead, Vola?"
None of my exes are alive.
Oh. My apologies. Sleep well. Okay, everybody can take an 8-hour rest as the sun begins to set, or has been set for maybe an hour or so. You guys arise from this 8-hour nap, and it is time to go kill a master thief.
Dave will do another round of medicine checks on him and Vola.
Let me just take a look at those bandages.
Got any more of those?
Let's go along nicely.
And I'll just peel off another strip of lichen and reapply bandages to her.
Thank you for your help.
Anyhow, I'll take a look at the prisoner too and patch him up a bit.
It's very appreciated.
Maggie's gonna hand out scones, making sure to give Tack a blueberry one.
Thank you.
Well, everyone needs breakfast, dear. We've got a long day ahead.
Tack's also going to meander over to Vola and hand her his minor healing potion and say,
You may need this before I do.
Much appreciated. Question. So for orc ferocity, it says once per day.
So it would refresh on a long rest, yeah.
Okay.
You'll be able to use it again. All right, are we headed to the sewers?
After you, funny man.
Let us rock and or roll.
May I be untied to not draw too much attention?
No.
Well, you can be untied if you're just 1 foot in front and 1 foot to the right of me.
I can do that. I'm not gonna run. I can see what you guys can do.
No funny business.
Nope. I show you the sewer and I'm out, right? That's the agreement?
That's the plan. The sewer and the entrance, and whatever you can tell us once you're there about the directions.
So it's gonna be about a 15 to 20 minute walk. You guys go back out to the docks, and he leads you to this area just a little bit outside of the city, where the seaside turns into like a cliffside. And you guys come up to these 2 very large outflow pipes, where you guys can see a little bit of like greenish tinted water seeping out into the sea. Well, just through here, a little bit of travel, and you'll get to the warehouse that he'll point just about a mile or so off. It's going to be that one. You're going to head north. And there is also something I should mention. It's rumors. You know, it's up to you if you believe them. There's been rumors of a sewer monster down there.
You are just telling us of this now?
I mean, it's rumors. I've never seen it. Do you believe in the boogeyman?
I am the boogeyman.
Yeah, see? You guys, what are you afraid of a sewer monster for? You just make fun of his crossbow bolts.
And where will you go?
North, probably. Just anywhere outside of Cassomir in case you guys die and Gnags wants my head afterwards.
Smart.
Thank you. I try.
Just to let you know that if this turns out to be a trap, you should probably start running.
Oh, I'm going to run regardless. But other than just to reiterate, I've only been down there as a welcomed, an invited party. I don't know what safeguards they have up against unwanted visitors.
Oh, well, we're just 3 bounty hunters here to collect on this here orc's bounty.
Wait, we're turning Volin for the... Oh. That's clever.
Dead or alive, right?
No, just dead.
Oh.
Oh,
But,
that's a shame.
I mean, you give Gnags the opportunity to kill Vola. I'm sure it's the same price. You just don't get a little more if she's alive. Honestly, you should get more if she's dead. Let's fucking shoot a crossbow bolt in her head and she just stays up.
Tell all of your friends.
You get 20 fucking gold pieces. I don't get paid enough for this shit. Well, I bid you adieu. Thank you for letting me live. You will not regret it.
Maggie's gonna give him a scone for the road.
Oh, thank you. In case I need to be tortured, right?
Yes, dear. Or you get caught in a trap for several days.
Then I gotta cut my own arm with a very dull Swiss Army knife. He's gonna pack the scone and just kind of turn his heels and head north. Not look back.
Dave just waves.
Hey guys, Justin here. I'd like to take some time to talk about our sponsor, us. If you like what you hear and want to support the show and the studio, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/playpretendstudios. Becoming a patron can get you access to our community Discord, ad-free shows, and even live streams of our recording sessions, depending on the tier, of course. Your support helps me bring all of this to life, and as we gain more support, we can add more to the pipeline. On patreon.com/playpretendstudios, you can find my roadmap for the studio. Our first goal is to hit 100 patrons, and once we hit that goal, we're going to add a free-form discussion show, where another host and I will talk about all sorts of things relating to tabletop role-playing games, whether it's current events, game design philosophy, RPG horror stories, anything really. Projects beyond that in the roadmap include a Game Master Advice / theory crafting show, homebrewed content for your favorite systems on a monthly basis, and my personal favorite, a new Game of the Week show, where we play a new game for a few sessions to help spotlight games that don't get as much coverage as 5th edition or even Pathfinder 2nd edition. And last but not least, the final goal would be a second actual play show, but not one in 5th edition or Pathfinder, but Play Pretend Studios' own rule set to be revealed at a later date. Once again, if you'd like to support the show, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/playpretendstudios and help us bring these projects to life.
Well, if we wanted to do that little bit of a ruse, perhaps, Vola, you can make it look like your hands are tied. Get a little rope out.
Do we want to do this through the whole sewers or just at the end?
Oh, that's a good point. What if there are traps? I don't really know what to do about that.
Well, yeah, maybe we should have all of us at full potential until we know that we're getting close.
I think that would be for the best.
I take it this corridor is 5 feet wide.
So, for the purposes of something you may or may not encounter, each side is also roughly about 2.5 feet. So, you could theoretically fit a large monster in here.
Theoretically.
Right on.
If rumors are true,
Just in case there's a sewer monster.
These hallways are circular, like cylindrical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I left the top on this bottom one to kind of reflect how it is. And then all the rest I chopped off the upper half for a top-down view.
I will lead the way and look for traps.
Okay. Oh, yeah. What would everybody's exploration activities be?
Tack would be scouting.
Maggie will be detecting magic.
Dave will just be searching.
Is looking for traps a specific thing?
It's a search.
Okay.
You just have to specify like what you're looking for typically.
Okay. I'll be searching then.
Dave will be looking for like creatures or anything.
Perhaps we should also stay quiet to keep the element of surprise on our side.
Oh, yes, biggest to smallest.
It's how the cats hunt. Quietly.
Now, does Maggie want to be in the back, or does she want Dave to take up the rear, just in case someone comes at us from behind?
Yes, Dave, dear, you can take up the back, and I'll go ahead of you, just behind Tack here. Oh, yes, perfect.
Yeah, Dave will bring up the rear in case we get ambushed from behind.
So, as you guys descend into the depths of the city's underbelly, you find yourselves at this entrance of a poorly lit sewer tunnel. The air is thick with pungent stench of decay, stagnant water. There are grates at your feet, and underneath is where you see this thick layer of muck and filth, some piles of debris here and there, discarded refuse. You see about 10 feet down this kind of steel tunnel that you guys are in. You see it tease off to the west and the east.
And Liam didn't tell us about any turns.
He had mentioned that he didn't really remember like too much off the top of his head, but it is, you guys know that the building is at least north from where you entered.
Are we going north right now?
Yes, facing north right now.
That useless piece of shit.
Maybe we should have brought him with us to guide us. Well, which way should we go?
Should we flip a coin?
Can we see anything down either of the tunnel if we move ahead?
Yeah, you actually see that this one to the east leads to another outflow pipe.
Okay.
Smells just like the bogs back home.
I hope nobody has a weak stomach.
Can't believe you grew up in something that smells like a city's asshole.
It's all part of the cycle, man. Decay brings life.
That is true, Dave.
Let's continue onward.
Yeah, sooner we get out of here, the better. I prefer the salty breeze myself.
Never been to the ocean.
So we're going to go to the left.
So as you guys go to the west, these tunnels curve back to the north, where you see the tunnel extends further north, but a lot of debris is kind of blocking the way to the north as you come up to another T junction. On the west side is a dead end, On the east side, you can see it continue down.
And this dead end, it looks like a big rock on the map. Is that like a collapsed tunnel, essentially?
Yeah, I would say so. You see a lot of remnants of earth, like a lot of rocky debris kind of caving in from the tunnel, blocking your way. You can see more tunnel beyond it. It's just very difficult to get through.
Do we see any signs of people traveling throughout here?
How about we, Vola and Dave, if you could give me secret perception checks.
Shazam.
Vola, you see some on the east side of where this tunnel is leading. You see a lot of remnants of trash, some pottery, some dishes, glass, oddly on top of the grates. You see a little bit of a break in the steel, as well as a lot of trashy debris on top of the grates that you guys are walking on.
All right, she'll cautiously move closer to the debris.
As you get closer, you hear like a growling sound.
Do I know where it's coming from?
I don't think that sounds good.
Somewhere ahead of you for sure.
Okay. Is this the sewer monster?
I mean, anything we find down here is kind of a sewer monster.
It could be No Shoes Jeff.
He was pretty weird.
No Shoe Jeff was a fucking jewel.
Okay, we'll continue on quietly forward, sort of on high alert, looking for where the noise is coming from.
The it gets louder as you get closer to this break in the steel, where you see the gross green water kind of pouring out into what looks like carved earth. Kind of its own little cave system underneath Cassomir. And you notice it kind of flowing, making this little pond right here as you notice an opening. You can't quite see what the source of the sound is, but you can hear it is definitely in there. And as you guys kind of encounter this new event, if you would like, you can all change your exploration activities to, if you guys all want to try to stealth through this, or get yourself some sewer monster under your belt.
I'm up for stealthing past.
Yeah.
I, too, am willing to try sneaking by this.
I think stealthing is probably the best idea.
I will point out, given the danger of the situation, Dave is going to preemptively put up his kinetic aura and his elemental armor.
So if anybody wants to kind of try to figure out, what would be a typical sewer monster, the normal is occultism, but I would also be willing to take society or underground lore. I'll take underground lore.
Underworld lore or underground lore?
The underworld lore.
Okay.
Tack, you remember hearing some stories from in between ports. These types of sewer monsters, they were almost an aberration, but they were known to kind of come to life in sewers, and their whole diet consisted of trash, refuse. That's what they thrived on. They typically didn't wander into the wild or anything, but their territory is the sewers.
These sounds, they sound a lot like stories the sailors would tell of these weird creatures that lived in the sewers and ate the trash of the society they're living underneath of. Might want to just get past this one quietly.
Might have good shit in there.
Literal shit.
Nice, hard, firm ones. Good color and texture from high fiber diets.
I wonder if any of them have eaten any of my scones.
As long as it leaves us alone, I say we leave it alone.
Yeah, sounds like they play an important part in the local ecosystem.
All right, so let's go with, I need a secret stealth from Tack, Maggie, and Vola. Ooh, Vola, you're not at full hit points yet, are you?
No.
All right, I understand then. As you guys are moving and kind of quietly leaping across this little 5-foot gap where the water is pouring into the earth, you notice a massive amount of trash just kind of piled up in that rocky terrain. And you catch a glimpse. It's very quick, very fleeting, but you almost see tentacles, and 2 of them.
2 tentacles or 2 creatures with tentacles?
2 creatures with tentacles.
Uh-huh.
And however far you guys think that you can go, we can move there, and then you guys can change your exploration activities.
Maybe like 30 feet out. Keep stealthing.
Yeah.
I feel like I could make a nice stew with those tentacles.
Ooh. So as you guys turn the corner, you guys see one more little junction in front of you where the tunnel continues north. And you can't really see any more junctions come from that pathway, kind of leading you to believe, yeah, that would be going too far. And then you have a junction to the left where I believe, Vola, you can see from here at the very end is a hatch.
I think this might be it.
Yeah, he did mention the secret door was near one of their hatches.
Do we want to go with the you captured me plan?
I think that's pretty clever. Just be careful not to tie Vola too tight, because, might have to fight.
Oh, yeah, I think Vola's just gonna hold an end of the rope and we're gonna twist it around her wrists like a knot, but not really.
That's a very clever tack.
Let me show you something I learned how to tie on the boats. And I'm gonna tie up a very fake looking or very real looking fake knot.
A knot? Thank you.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yep.
Let's see if you could roll me I don't know if I can make that a sailing lore check.
I mean, I can roll a deception.
Yeah, maybe a deception.
All right.
You're trained. Oh yeah, you're trained at it. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, what kind of sailor do you take me for?
Bad one.
Okay, so you guys are planning on kind of the Star Wars, I got Chewbacca and Han Solo kind of tactic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It helps that Vola still looks fucked up.
It's true. Maybe put that arrow right back into her head,
This little spot fits right here.
How are we going to explain that we know where this is and the other thieves aren't here?
Well, obviously, Liam hired us, and he died in the capture. And since Liam died, we're going to take the bounty for ourselves, since we were his accomplices.
Maggie does not really look like a thief to me, but
Oh, I can make myself look quite thievery-ish. And she just rolls up her sleeves and she puts herself in a stance like, what about now?
my apologies, you are right.
I look quite menacing, I think.
Otak is going to make sure that the Pathfinder Society compass, the Wayfinder, is definitely concealed in a backpack, not out in the hips.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, we'll stash her dagger for now, because she probably shouldn't be armed.
Now, if I remember correctly, Liam had told us that it wasn't this hatch exactly, and it's a secret door.
This hatch is going to get you to an access corridor,
Oh,
like for
okay.
the maintenance workers, and then it's a secret door beyond that.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to open the door.
And as you open this hatch, you hear kind of groaning of a very old hinge as you open the steel hatch. In front of you, carved into the earth, is like this kind of maintenance corridor with graded floors. The walls are just carved earth. but you don't really see, other than that it's kind of an endless access way. You don't see anything immediate in the immediate area that resembles a door. You see lots of pipes, of course, kind of coming in and out of the earth, in and out of the floor.
Now, he said the secret door was going to be somewhere in this room. I'll stay with the prisoner. Maybe you two can feel the walls a little bit. Try to find that hatch.
Dave is just going to walk the perimeter of the room with his hand on the wall, just feeling for any abnormalities or interesting differences.
Okay, give me a secret perception check with a +2 circumstance bonus.
Maggie's gonna go up to the wall and kind of put some really old glasses in front of her eyes and just kind of like squint to see if she can see anything as she walks around as well.
Maggie, as you start looking on kind of the opposite side of the wall, Dave, you feel a little seam in some of the rock, almost directly across from the hatch that you guys just came out of the sewers. And as you notice this seam, you notice that it's much like, it probably goes up to about 8 feet, 3 foot wide, just right for a humanoid's door.
Hey guys, I think maybe I found something here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, let's open it up. See if it has a latch or something.
Is this what you guys call a secret door? We don't really have secret doors in the forest.
Do you have any doors in the forest?
Some, usually on cabins. They're not secret, though.
And Dave will just kind of hum and haw and ponder this as he looks off into the distance.
Dave, dear, open the door.
Is anybody using a torch or anything?
Tack's going to be holding the ever-burning torch.
As Tack gets closer to the door, you see some writing start to appear on the rock. At first it says Thieves of Cassomir. Secret knock needed to enter.
Oh.
Did he say anything about a secret knock?
He said the door was normally open.
Oh.
Well,
Should we just try a knock? What about 3 shaves and a haircut? I've heard that one before.
Oh, Dave, I have heard that one as well. That one's classic.
Would Vola know of any, like, standard thieves communication, knocking?
Probably not.
Okay.
I see many dice being rolled.
I
It
am
makes me
concerned.
nervous. Danger.
Maggie,
Danger.
as you are looking at the door that had these words kind of illuminated by the fire, you see a rune drawn onto the wall, or the faux wall secret door that looks like a fireball rune.
Well, that doesn't look very promising.
Now you will know that you guys can erase the rune without triggering it with a thievery check or a dispel magic. Otherwise, you push on the door, big fireball.
I can try to erase the rune.
Wait,
Yeah.
does that mean that there's trapdoors? Oh, that's clever.
Maybe you guys should step back just in case.
I think that's a good idea. Get behind me, Megs.
I think a couple of you, at least Tack and Vola, you would recognize a fireball rune as a pretty typical kind of safeguard. The strange thing about this one, usually the sensor is like a 20-foot area, and so far you guys haven't triggered it.
maybe it goes off if you do the wrong knock.
Maybe it is to stop people from leaving.
Are we far away enough from this thing?
Guess we'll find out.
So that would be a 13 total, is just shy of a critical failure.
Do we have hero points at this point?
I do.
I would say that I've given everybody one more for some good role play.
Now, Vola, just before you do that thing that you're going to do with the door, can you just wait one moment? I'm going to cast guidance on you. Just for this, just a little bit, just to give you a little bit of a boost there, dear. Now, go ahead.
All right, and what did you get on your roll?
Maggie's so cute.
So with the guidance, I rolled a 22.
And that is exactly what you needed to etch out this fireball rune without it completely and utterly destroying the four of you.
Bard's OP, please nerf.
6d6 is enough to down at least one of you.
Oof.
Me for sure.
And you will notice that this secret door you can easily push in. If you don't want to knock, that is.
Tack's gonna look across the entire room and see Dave and Maggie and just shake his head.
He's just gonna wave back at him.
So Dave and Maggie hiding a good decent amount away. I think that's pretty fair.
No faith.
Do you know first aid?
I don't know burn first aid.
All right.
Are
well,
you all ready?
Yeah.
Nothing to it but to do it.
Tack's gonna recreate the knot. That's the one time I said it.
Why is it so funny now, Joe?
It's just so fucking clever. Like, it's just brilliant. It relies on the semantic ambiguity of the word not. Like, it's just... Oh my god, I love it.
Oh god, that's good.
You're gonna have the worst dad jokes, Joe, to a point where your kids are gonna hate you.
I'm gonna make sure that never happens.
Joe's gonna like explain every pun in epic detail.
Oh god.
Dad, it's not funny.
No, you're just not getting it.
Because you see, you said you're hungry. That's why I said hi, hungry, as it's your name.
Justin, do you use that one?
I do with bored. They'll say, I'm bored, and then I'll say, hi, bored, then go clean your room.
So exciting.
Well, reverse.
All right, well,
All right, Joe, is it out of your system?
Yes, it's like 90% out. I'm good.
Would you guys like to knock or just kind of make your...
I think we should just go for it.
Are we ding-donging?
Ding dong, motherfucker, ding dong!
Just like the great predatory cats. We have the element of surprise.
So as you guys open this room, or open the secret door, you are going to find 3 gentlemen completely caught off guard, sitting around a kind of a park bench table. You see some crates in this room. The floor is just packed dirt. The walls are kind of just braced. There's some columns around the walls to kind of keep the earth up. This is kind of a man-made little cave. You see almost immediately the stairs in the top left corner that Liam had referenced would lead you to the warehouse. Now you see 3 guards that were totally going to hide if they heard a fireball go off, but they didn't. And with that, they're going to kind of look up at you very startled, and we're going to roll initiative.
Is one of you Gnags?
well, I'm gonna roll deception as my initiative because I'm gonna be doing a lie at the beginning of my turn if I'm able
Clever,
to.
yeah.
Okay, so we are going to start with Dave. Right as that door opened, they all just kind of stood up out of surprise, like they were just caught with their pants around their ankles, and like grabbed their weapons real quick, and just all of their eyes are aimed at you. You are completely within your abilities to try to defuse the situation if that's how you guys would like to do it.
So Dave is just going to wave at them and say hi as a free action. And he rolled a 26, FYI, for those lovely viewers at home who don't have the benefit of seeing our screen. And then he's going to delay for tack. Because I believe Tack wants to try and say something. I don't want to immediately open up with hostilities just yet.
Okay, so we have Vola with a 24 in the initiative. That will make you up next.
Vola will also delay till after Tack.
Now, we have one of them going before Tack, who is going to spend an action to move right in front of the door. He has a club in his hand ready to strike until his eyes catch Vola. Oh, boss, I don't know who these people are, but they got the orc. And the much bigger gentleman who has grabbed a battle axe kind of gestures to the others to lower your weapons. Come in. Come in.
All right.
Sit down.
Oh, Tack is gonna grab Vola by the arm and pull her inside. Not too gently, but not doing damage to her.
Vola's gonna look pissed this entire time.
Roderick, you go sit down. Yes, sir.
Maggie's going to inspect what they were eating.
It almost smells rancid fish.
You guys have any water?
We have water jugs if you would like one, sure.
Yes, please.
He'll kind of gesture you over to the table.
Dave will just take one of the tubs and just start soaking his hands in them.
Gross.
So you don't look like Liam.
Yeah, Liam didn't think he could do the job alone, so he outsourced for a little extra backup. Lucky for us, and not so lucky for him, your target here murdered that fool, so I guess we'll be getting his share.
It looks like it was a good thing he employed others. She looks much older and stronger than the portrait had suggested.
Prettier, too.
I have always been strong.
Shut up over there.
Now, before we hand her over, I'm kind of curious what this is all about. She's been blathing nonstop about how we have the wrong person.
Well, I mean, he's going to take out a piece of paper, study a portrait of Vola. I mean, it looks like her. Let me go speak to the boss real quick. If you guys don't mind, you could sit down. My number one right here is going to head upstairs and get the boss's right-hand man.
Is your boss too cowardly to speak to me himself?
I've never met Gnags, and I don't think this is going to be the time where I do.
It seems nobody has met Gnags around here. I wonder what they look like.
So we get the vibe that this person with the axe is not Gnags.
Yep.
And they're also not like in charge, but they're getting the person in charge.
Chief henchman, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
You could kind of get by sizing up these gentlemen. The one talking to you, he's a much beefier than you would think that your common thief would be. More of kind of a guard build. While the others were definitely small enough to fit in these crates had they heard you coming. This one's more of a muscle to, you can assume, to prevent people from getting a little too far in. Thaddeus, go get the Guardian. One of the skinnier men is going to begin to climb up the ladder, open an iron hatch, kind of a grate, and he climbs out of it. You see him leave the scene, and then it becomes kind of an awkward silence between the four of you and these two. So, how'd Liam die? I knew him from school. It's kind of a shame to hear.
Well, this one, she crushed his skull with her tusks.
It was quite horrible.
He just kind of takes a step back, trying to make it seem casual. Like he's just walking to the little fire pit that is underground and would probably lead to carbon monoxide poisoning. Oh, yeah.
It was crazy, man. She took an arrow to the head and everything. Just got up and beat the shit out of him.
Well, hopefully maybe Gnags will pay you guys some more hazard pay. Seems like 20 gold to take down someone who can crush you with their tusks is a little low.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Probably more than 20 gold would be sufficient. But I wonder, no one has ever met Gnags. Is that correct? Is that what you said?
None of us. No, that is also above our pay grade.
So, how do you know that they exist? How do you know who they are exactly? How do you know all of this is legitimate?
Displays of power.
Like how?
Well, for starters, he has a collection of these bronze animated guardians kind of do their bidding. The rumors of Gnags showed up, a few months ago, maybe about 6 months ago at this point, just entering the city of Cassomir, and now they're running things. I don't need to see a face to know that that's somebody that you respect.
It's like the lion. You might not see it, but you'll hear its roar.
Tell me a little bit more about these bronze gargoyles that you said?
They're constructs to do his bidding, to deliver assignments, to give out the loot, give out the pay.
And you're not worried it's some kind of massive conspiracy that Gnags is really just the owner of the local inn and is actually a woman and secretly doing bidding, all the works around them or anything like that?
You mean... Oh, fuck, hold on. What the fuck's
Her
your
husband's
name
name was Roland.
Yeah, see that one. You couldn't mean to say Agnes is Gnags.
Oh no, I find Agnes to be quite sweet, but I'm just saying, like, how do you know that there's not something bigger going on?
It's not my place to question. This job puts food on my table, a little extra to spend on the wife and kids.
Well, that lack of critical thinking will get you killed.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Why is an 80-year-old woman with this band of bounty hunters?
Well, I'll have you know, I'm a spry 53.
Oh, my apologies, ma'am.
But I need money for retirement.
She's dangerous. She'll bite.
She's often the mastermind of our little trio.
And one hell of a cook.
She tries scones.
You guys will see, coming down this ladder, a medium-sized construct, maybe standing about 7 foot tall, decked out in all sorts of kind of this bronze-looking armor plating.
All right, this plan might be going to shit. Like, I'm just saying, I was planning on someone to be here that we could take hostage and move forward. Not a fucking robot.
This dude looks like he'd beat the shit out of Al from Fullmetal Alchemist.
It's gonna hold out its hand to receive Vola.
Not so fast. Where's the payment?
It lifts up its other fist with a sack of gold and holds it out to you, Tak.
All right. How on a scale from like 1 to 10, 1 being a new adventurer and 10 being, someone who might have made it through the Abomination Vaults, can I get a vibe on how big this fucking golem is?
Let's see. That would be an Arcana or crafting check.
Oh, I'm amazing at all of that.
Is that a joke?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I can do an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to assign a numerical value between -1 and 20, what do you think that thing would be?
So this creature is probably, its armor is probably impenetrable.
It doesn't sound promising.
That coming at it with brute force would be damn near impossible. And it would kill you in 2 rounds.
Jesus Christ.
Mistakes were made.
Jared's panicking.
Stick with the plan.
All right, time for Ellie to make a new character.
He was gonna sell me out for gold.
Well, Tak is just gonna look at Vola and hand the rope to this demon in armor and be like, all right. Knowing that she can get out of the ropes at any moment. And we'll see what happens next.
All right, so it is going to begin to lead Vola
Oh God.
to the ladder.
Dave is just gonna kind of mosey on over to Tak and not very subtly whisper in his ear,
What's the plan, Tak? I don't know if this is going according to plan.
The plan is that we need to go with you to renegotiate. This pouch feels a little light. And I think we need to talk to somebody in charge. And I'm gonna go to follow.
That makes sense, yeah. What he said.
We've got to pay for Liam's death.
He had wife and kids.
It'll stop mid-step, turn to notice that you're following. You may come. No funny business, or your death will be swift. Understood?
That seems fair.
Up the ladder. All of you but the orc goes first. Y'all cool with that? With going up before before the gentleman? Or before the construct?
What do we think is up there, guys?
Death.
Certain death.
A warehouse?
Maggie could do like a spell, but then that would be obvious.
Yeah, I think we should try and talk with her first.
Him?
Fuck. It's so ingrained into my head that Gnags is a she for some reason. Anyway.
Well, as you guys climb up this ladder, you find yourselves in the latrine. As this guy was just kind of washing his hands, he's a little startled, even though he saw, the hatch was open. But you can see the startled expression on his face mostly comes from the animated guardian. Just the intimidation. This man knows that this guardian is basically just to do Gnags' will. So to be kind of caught, doing what you're not supposed to be doing around the guardian is to be caught by your boss. So he just kind of stands up a little straighter, continues to wash his hands, as we've established. We're in a pandemic. Continue through that door and head west.
Now, giant bronze guy, was this man really supposed to be peeing here? Or shouldn't he be in some post? You should discipline him.
He was washing his hands for the recommended 30 seconds. I see no reason to punish him.
Okay, it's your funeral.
I am a construct. I am immune to disease.
Okay, well, your boss may not be.
You just want to watch this poor guy get slaughtered by the golem.
I thought it might distract him for a little bit.
Kill him.
Kid him.
We're going west, was it?
Yeah.
And then go south.
What is this place?
This is Gnags' warehouse. In good faith, I will share that there are at least 5 thieves and assassins in plain sight, ready to leap on you. Do you decide to do something funny?
Dave is just gonna wave at them.
Hey guys.
You will actually start to see some on these very tall rafters in this massive warehouse that you've just entered. Up to the north, you see maybe half a dozen carts with some cargo in them. On the south side of this warehouse, you see just a huge mess of cargo with kind of a U configuration of wooden rafters, where you start to spot these assassins kind of hiding, watching your every move.
Dave's just gonna ask each one of them,
Are you Gnags?
Silence, little mushroom men. Now you will all stay here while I go inquire of Gnags your proposal. And what is your proposal?
We need at least double what he was offering, considering Liam's family is now going to be without a father. He had 7 kids.
That is a shame that he chose to be in this line of work with 7 kids to take care of.
You do what you can, okay? Not everybody chooses this life.
It's gonna hold up one of its bronze gauntlets and point a finger at Vola. If she so much as moves an inch before my return, you will all be slaughtered where you stand. Understood?
Oh, she's not going anywhere. And I'm going to grab the rope.
Very good. I will return.
Is this the part where we run?
I don't know. I think we're kind of fucked.
Tack and Vola, Would you give me a couple secret perception checks? Tack, what you notice as he had opened the door, it seemed like he was trying to be fairly quick about it. You caught kind of a smaller medium creature inside that. It looked like a lavish office as they opened the door, like wood paneling on the floor, like dark mahogany wood, and a very fancy looking desk in the middle of the room, and behind it did not look like a man.
I fucking knew it!
I know. That's why I'm like, when did I accidentally spoil this? But I didn't. You guys just accidentally walked into the truth.
He was a child.
Is there anything you guys would like to do before he returns?
These people watching us, are they just hanging out with crossbows pointed watching us?
Essentially. Now, you could size them up to be about as threatening as the ones that you've already annihilated.
Yeah.
Are there any other entrances or exits in this warehouse?
So from what you can tell, there is a large, kind of a garage door in our frame of reference to the west, where you can see that they'll bring in and out the carts. And you can see from here the cobblestone street just outside.
Does it look like we could somehow jam the doors south of us closed with anything nearby to prevent them from being opened?
There is a cart.
I wonder if we could, like, obstruct that door so that bronze golem can't get out and then deal with the guards.
I feel like we should still wait and speak with Gnags if we can.
Yeah, I guess we can wait.
Plus, if we manage to get into the office, those guards won't be here. Maybe we can hold Gnags hostage.
I have returned as the construct exits that office through its double doors, shuts it behind it. I have been instructed, since Vola is already here, and it seems that you are ungrateful of the price that we are offering, to annihilate you where you stand.
Oh, well, that just won't do, dear.
That's just rude.
Gnags! We know you are in there! Do not be a coward!
Well, it was nice knowing you, fellas.
Chronicle uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Chronicle is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.
My back hurts, my knees hurt, everything hurts. I'm tired all the time.